Hi everybody. Do you have a laptop screen that looks like this? Well, if so, you're in luck. My name's Ron Zanut, and I do various how-to videos as well as many custom computer builds. But today I'm here to show you how to replace your LCD display screen if you have it damaged like this, or it may just be totally black and dead. But the process is the same. This happens to be a Toshiba satellite model L755D S5109 laptop, and however, any of the L755D model laptops should have the same display setup. So I'm going to go ahead and take you through the process to remove the LCD display and replace it, and it is going to be provided by laptopscreen.com. That is the provider of the replacement LCD display screen. So I'll go ahead and get started. And one of the first things that you want to do is power off your unit. And we're going to do that here now. Once it's off, we'll remove the power cord from the unit. And then what we're going to do is flip it over and remove the battery from the back of the unit. Okay, we now have the battery removed. And one of the things that I like to do is also just hit the power button once you have the battery removed, just to discharge anything that's in the caps on the circuit board. So we have the battery removed and power has been completely removed from the unit. And what we're going to do next is I'll take you through each of the steps. Now that we have the power completely removed from the unit, battery pack removed, before we start disassembly, the tools that we're going to need to do this are some Phillips head and flathead jeweler screwdrivers. I also use an X-Acto knife to be able to pry out some of the screw covers on the LCD display front bezel. And then just in case we have to pick up some tiny little screws or they're hard to get to, I have some tweezers. So first up, we're going to remove the 4 screw covers that are in the corner of the display. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and I'm going to use an X-Acto knife, or you can use anything else that you find can get behind it. They're small self-adhesive tabs. That's all they are, and they have some adhesive on the back of them. So now I've removed the 4 screw covers in the corners of the display. And one of the things I like to use to keep all my screws so that I don't lose them, some of them can be very small, is I like to use a magnetic tray that you can get at your local automotive store, or maybe even your home improvement store. It's just got a magnet in the bottom, and any of the screws you drop in will stay here. So it's a nice place to, or either that or get a small container to be able to put your screws in there. Alright, so we've removed the 4 screw covers, and those screw covers are plastic, they are not magnetic. But what I'm going to do now is remove the screws. Okay, now that we have the 4 screws removed from the 4 corners, what I'm going to do is pry off the front bezel. The bezel snaps in, so you just need to get it started using a flat head screwdriver on the sides. Usually you can pry them up, and once you get started, it just snaps off. Alright, so I have the front bezel just about off, and then using a flathead screwdriver, I lift off the little plastic piece right down here. This is got a little bit of hook that goes over the hinge right down here. So that's what I use to get it off. So now we have the bezel completely removed, which now exposes the LCD display, and the display itself is held on through the screw that you put in the front. So this top portion comes off a little bit quite easily, and then down at the bottom you will see here there are 2 screws. So we have these two screws to be removed here and here. Now once you have the screws removed, from the two screws on either side removed from the bottom, the display will now, it sits almost off of the clamshell back, and what you need to do is, leaning this forward, you'll notice there's the camera cable that is connected to the camera and then runs down the back of the LCD display. So what I'm going to do is gently, what you'll want to do is remove the cable from the connector on the camera display right there. So you just pull it out very gently. And then we have the display also has a connection right here that runs down into the motherboard. Now I have the back clamshell removed, and I'm just going to lay it down. There is a cable that connects to it over here in this corner. I'm just going to lay it down so it's out of the way, and the next thing I'm going to focus on is removing the connector to the display. Now that we have the back shell removed and the camera disconnected, we now have the cable that we'll have to reuse on the new display, but first we have to remove it from the back of the LCD display here. So let me zoom in for you. In order to remove the display, typically there's tape that is used around the connector to keep the cable in place. So what we're going to do is carefully peel the tape up that's adhered to the cable. And on this one there's a piece of adhesive that covers the hole and holds down the cable flat here. I'm going to peel that up carefully. Then when we get to the connector, we have it lifted up. Then it's a matter of gently rocking and removing the connector from the display. So if you have the tape removed, you slowly can just remove the connector, and I'm going to flip it back and put it out of the way. Now looking at the side, in order to remove the display completely from the frame, you have to remove two screws. There's one here and one here, and there are two on the other side as well. Alright, next up let's get our new display out. Alright, we have our brand new display from laptopscreen.com. Remove it from the packaging. And here we have new display even with a protective screen. So the first thing we're going to do is mount it back to the frame in the reverse order that we disassembled it. Alright, there we have it. All the covers back on. Now let's find out if everything works properly. What we'll do is put the battery pack back in. And we'll also connect the power back up. And let's see. And there we go. We have a brand new LCD display on our Toshiba satellite L755D S5109, courtesy of laptopscreens.com. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please like and favorite, and if you're so inclined, please subscribe so that you can get many more how-to videos from me, and if you're interested in some of my custom builds as well. That's it for Bronze and Nut. Thanks for watching.